My name is Ben. Name has not changed to protect the innocent. Every day on this channel, I show you how crypto works. We used to say how to make money in crypto, but people don't do that anymore. If you like money and you like crypto, then make sure to go ahead and just stay alive out there, people. Just stay alive. That's all we can ask. That's all we can do. We're bringing the high energy today. Bitcoin, am I right? Who this? It's me. It's me. Guys, crash has continued. Look, every single thing that we've been looking at over the past several weeks was totally wrong. And we're in a bear market. It's going to zero. It's going to zero, people. Bitcoin's going to zero. I'm no longer believing in Bitcoin. Now, I'm going all in on Shiba Inu. We sold all of our Bitcoin to buy Shiba.
Not true.
Welcome to BitBear Crypto. I'm just kidding, guys. Guys, I feel good today. All of that was a joke, obviously. Guys, I actually bought 10 Bitcoin today. You guys may have remembered we made a little move where we consolidated some altcoins a few months ago, and you guys raked me over the coals and called me paper hands. And then you know what we did? We bought 10 Bitcoin at $28,500. Boom. You know where we sold it at? $34,000. For you guys that are bad at math, that's called a positive ROI move. So it is what it is. Now, do I prefer that? No. Where do I want Bitcoin to go? The flippin' moon. That's where I want it to go. The flippin' moon for Ethereum even. And so, yeah, it sucks when the price goes down. But at this point, guys, it's time to start swimming with the whales, riding with the whales. And, you know, like I got a message late last night, you know, saying that this big dump was possibly coming. And I put in my first short of the year, actually, last night on the FEMEX trading competition, only because it's the trading competition. If it wasn't for the trading competition, I still would not be shorting. But when you're a trading competition, you need to do a few more trades than normal. So yesterday we did put in a little short on FEMEX, and, you know, it made pretty good. If you're checking our FEMEX competition out, you guys will see we are actually ranked number 11 right now. Well, we were number 11. Where did we go? We're actually number 10 now. Look at that. There we are. We're coming in at number 10, up 18.91%. And I think I was in 7th place. Now I'm in 9th place on our team of how many people we got. I think we have like 100 people or something like that. So FEMEX trading competition is going pretty well. We're trying to do some trades. And, you know, I know what you guys need today. You need the assurance. And I'm here to give it to you because, guys, at this point, I told you guys this yesterday. I want you guys to really think about this. Yesterday, I told you guys the majority of this crash has already happened. $28,000 from $64,000. It's already happened. We're not going back to 10K, okay? Don't get that out of your mind. We're not going back to 10K. And, you know, the thing is, since we've already watched, you guys like the piano guy.
Piano Matt.
Piano Matt. That's what I call him. He's phenomenal. And so what we're doing is we're going to be doing TA video every day for you guys from him. Talk about what's going on in the markets. You guys can see, like, actually, there was only about a 1 hour delay from when we got the video and he did the TA to when we got it published. You can see, like, during that 1 hour, it actually went down into the, what did he call that level? I don't even know who you are anymore.
Yeah.
That's so great. He's so talented. So we love that guy. He's going to be part of the team. So anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. We're going to be doing more TA videos for you guys in the morning. Just smooth jazz. You know, smooth jazz. You guys hear what's going on in the markets before the live stream. So you guys make sure to come back and check that out. Yeah, he was phenomenal. Love that guy. So, all right. Well, and like I said, the majority of this crash has already happened. Okay. So you can either decide to just move it all over to stable coins and risk that we don't go back up. But I was told yesterday, I mean, let me just give you guys some information I'm getting. I can't say where I'm getting this information from, but I'll tell you this. It's not from delusional nobodies. These are high-level people inside I'm getting this information from. They told me yesterday that there was going to be one last dramatic drop in the market. And before, still everything to go back up in July. And so I'm still clinging on to that. That's what I'm clinging on. I still believe that's actually going to happen because these people have been telling me a lot of this stuff. I've been getting it for about a month now, and a lot of what they've said has come true. Actually, everything. And so, that's what I've been told. Another thing to watch out for. I'm going to go ahead and say it. TJ's going to hate this. He certainly hates it. But I'm telling you, I'm getting so much information on XRP. And this is not, like, I want you guys to, the XRP army, well, I've thought for a long time they're delusional. Most people tend to think that they're delusional. But the thing is that I'm getting information from non-XRP army people, high-level people telling me, watch out for XRP. You're going to want to accumulate this, not financial advice, but we're going to be accumulating a lot more XRP here on the channel. Because when this does come back, it's going to come back roaring. And I'm telling you, the big level stuff I'm hearing about, what is going on with that, look, a lot of stuff XRP Army has been saying for years it might come to pass. Not $589. But I've got two different high-level inside sources. One from America and one from another place in the world. Totally different sources, and they told me the exact same information about XRP, which is going to take over the banking system. Just telling you. So we'll have to see what happens. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. These are things I never thought I would have said. So, but it is a little bit about working with the enemy when you're working with the banks, right? So I don't know. You guys got to pick your investments wisely. But let's go ahead and get into this today, guys. As always, thank you for all the subscribers. 1.11 million subscribers. Harder to tick up these days for sure.
And real quick, show our featured channels, New Money Gang and Hit Network. New Money Gang, J Chains and Brian have been doing some really awesome stuff. Really cool stuff. If you guys, especially on days like today, if you're looking for sideways to make some money, the one Brian did with Craigslist free, I mean, he made $600-700 in like 3 or 4 hours. Yeah. So there's really good information there for those looking to improve their lives with just a little extra hustle.
Yeah. So this is not about crypto. This is about how to make money to put in crypto, right?
Exactly.
So how many people are watching right now?
We got about 8,000 people watching, 1,100 likes.
1,100 likes. Let's go ahead and let's set the bar high today. Let's try to get to 8,000 likes today because I think we can do it. I think we'll have a lot of people on today. Right. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, you guys definitely check out New Money Gang. This show is phenomenal. This show is good enough to be on cable TV.
It is.
So you guys should check that out. And we'll also be talking about the Bitcoin purchase I made today because I did make a big Bitcoin purchase. So yeah. Okay. So we got 429.9 thousand followers here on Twitter, but I want to show you guys this. You guys know our contest, 5 ETH to 5 million. Is supply and demand in here? No. Okay. So we have this, but we have a new entry. We have a new way for you guys to enter this contest. This contest was worth a lot more when we started it. Hey, but we did like these as stable coins basically. So it's still $1,000 worth of ADA you're getting. But we have a new entry. So go all the way down to the bottom here. We have a new subreddit. So we want you to visit and join the subreddit. This is going to be, these are your hardcore BitSquad members right here. So if you are in the BitSquad, we want you to come join the subreddit. It's okay, boys. We bleed together. So anyways, this is a lot of new people coming in, joining this. We want you to join this subreddit. We want to make a powerful impact on Reddit with what we're doing here at BitBoy Crypto. So that is a new way for you to enter the contest. Make sure to click join, and you will be part of the community. And we've got more exciting stuff coming up later this week. Let's jump into the markets here. Gosh, $1.2 trillion. What were we at? 2.7? I think that was the peak. Let's go look.
Yeah, I don't know.
God, that's brutal.
Well over 2,
I mean, that is a lot of money. That is a lot of money gone. Where did it go? Where did the money go?
Well, a lot of it was
2.53 trillion. So we've lost 1.3 trillion. We've actually now lost as much. We've lost more money than is still in. Think about that. That's crazy. But the 24-hour volume is up. So if you guys like trading, there you go. That's good. $1.31 billion. Bitcoin dominance up 46.8. ETH obviously down 17.2%. The ETH gas pretty high today at 184. And I would say why that is because people are selling altcoins today.
Yeah, a lot of people moving stuff around.
A lot of people moving stuff around. I mean, it's something we've been considering doing as well. Just moving stuff into Bitcoin because I'm telling you guys right now, these altcoins are getting crushed. These altcoins are getting crushed right now. And I think there's probably much more. We had quite a bounce here, actually. Mm-hmm. Is that legit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, great news, guys. We're over 31.
We're back in the...
That feels so empty.
Yeah.
Feels so empty. Feels so empty. Yeah, we went all the way down to the low, 28.6. Was that the low? 28.7. 28.9. 28. So it's 28.7 was the low, according to the 1 hour chart here on ByBit. We did just get a green dot on the momentum wave. As you guys can see right here, we've been in oversold territory on the 1 hour chart for, several days now at this point. And so let's check out the longer time frames. Look at this. Let's look at the weekly chart. God, this weekly chart's brutal. So brutal. So basically, here's where we're at, okay? According to the charts, this thing is over. Like, this thing's over according to the charts. There's no doubt about it. I mean, this is a downtrend. We've been wiped out. We've wiped out all of the gains now since January. They're gone. They're all gone. So it's very easy to see we're well under the EMA ribbon right now. We started getting back up in it a little bit. According to the charts, it's over. We should not be seeing new all-time highs for Bitcoin for years at this point, according to the charts. But what I would say is I'm still, like I said, here's your only hope. Here's literally your only hope. Your only hope is that this really is just straight up manipulation. And I told you guys, middle of July, that's what I'm being told. If by the end of July we're not going up, then there is no hope. I mean, we're going to, I believe into probably a multi-year bear market. We're going into the regular cycle. Now, TJ says he doesn't think, he says he thinks cycles are over at this point.
No, I was saying basically we will still be on kind of what is like the 2013 cycle where we have a bear market and then, a mini bear market in the middle of the bull market. And if that doesn't happen by like maybe middle of August, end of August, like if we're still going through this August, September, October, November, because I think last time it was about 5 months, then I think we will be in uncharted territory and kind of Bitcoin doing things it's never done before, and we could see, who knows what in 2022.
So I just really believe that I don't believe the Bitcoin cycles are going away at all. I think that maybe the timing is a little bit off, but I mean, the fact is this, is that, the halving still occurs. The halving still occurs. That cut in production is the most significant factor that drives the Bitcoin price. Period. It's not adoption. It's not institutions. That is the catalyst. It's the cut in production that causes these people to realize. Because listen, if it wasn't for that cut in production that came every 4 years, the institutions would not be interested in accumulating at such a rapid pace.
Absolutely.
They would have a much longer time frame to do it. But they've only got a limited time to get in and to do this. And I really believe that, that is what they're doing right now. And that, this is just straight up manipulation. How is this guy completely unaware of total market capitalization? What does that even mean? We just looked at the market cap. How are we unaware of it?
Maybe he meant manipulation, but we've talked about that a lot too. Who knows?
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. A lot of people come in here and they say stuff, they're just idiots. We know that. People just come in, they make a comment, they don't watch a channel, they have no idea what's happening, and they say dumb stuff. So what really happens though is a lot of people that come in and do that, they really reveal like their total, complete, utter ignorance. And so you're the one that looks like an idiot when you say that we don't talk about something we literally just talked about 30 seconds ago. So,
yeah. But I agree with what you were saying about the ultimately it always does come down to supply and demand. And when the halving occurs, the supply gets cut, the demand goes up. Like that's economics 101, and that is definitely what drives Bitcoin.
That's what drives it. And that's why we have the Bitcoin cycles. It's nothing else. And if you don't understand that, then you're not educated enough on these cycles to understand, why they're important and what makes the price rise, why it's a thing. That's why so much of what we've talked about and predicted for the last year and a half or 2 years, it came true. It's only been, listen, we've been right about almost everything for a year and a half until April. From the January before that, for 16 months, everything we predicted was on schedule. And now everything is totally off. Now you do start to get to a point. You do start to get to a point where there is a point of like, okay, well, where is the money? Like, how much money is there out there to flow into this market? And we talked about for a long time how, for Bitcoin to get to like 10 to $20 trillion in market cap, in the short term, it'd have to break another market. But to top out at about 1.5 trillion, there's plenty more money out there to push it up at least to 100K. Look, Crypto Rick Flair says, ugh, this hurts, y'all, but just hodl and we will prosper. And we're going to look at that. We're going to look at exactly what is going on with these buying opportunities. These are some of the best buying opportunities out there. And so that's why today we bought 10 Bitcoin. We bought 10 Bitcoin today. We'll talk about it a little bit more later. I kind of wanted to buy more when it hit 28. And we saw people in here saying that Crypto Face said it's going to 20K. Well, Crypto Face is not the gospel. Just so you guys know. I love Crypto Face. He's a great friend. But he also said when we got to 60 that it was shooting up straight to 80K, right? He's not right 100% of the time. So just because Crypto Face says something, and he was right by saying, he was only right about shorting the market from 64K after he said it was going straight up to 80K. So, you just got to keep in mind, guys, nothing has changed. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's predicted the market correctly 100%. Literally no one. And what Gabriel Avila is saying, they're right. The fundamentals have not changed. The same things that made Bitcoin and Ethereum great a couple months ago, they still make it great today. Let's move on here. Let's look at Free the NUPL. Free the NUPL. Somebody said that I just panic bought. That's a good phrase.
That's
panic
good.
bought.
That's much better than a panic sell.
Yeah.
On days like today.
Yeah, just like a panic sell. Well, there's a lot of bitter people in this chat today. A lot of bitter people in this chat. If you're bitter and you don't like this channel, you can get the F out. Honestly. Don't come in here and just be bad-mouthing me and other YouTubers because you're sad that you got in at the wrong time. It's not our fault, period. So if you're bitter, then you need to really be looking at why you're in this. And let me tell you, the bitter people, y'all are the people who will lose. You lose. This is why this is important. The people that come in and get in at the wrong points, and they come in here and make negative comments about other people, about me, about Bitcoin, y'all are the losers. I watched this for 3 years in a bear market. For 3 years, I watched the losers in the chat saying stuff, saying about how wrong I was about Bitcoin. And you know what the price of Bitcoin was? $4,000, $6,000. Today, we're complaining about $31,000. So do us a favor. If you're one of those people, go ahead and get out because you're going to be out in 2 months anyways. It doesn't matter. You are the people that drive this market up because you're the dummies that come in at the top and sell the bottom. I've seen it for years. I've been watching it for almost 10 years I've been seeing this. For 10 years. So the people that have nothing but negative things to say about Bitcoin on days when it's down, you are the people that will never change your life. You're going to find the negative and you're going to wallow in your pity instead of realizing that these are the greatest opportunities to change your life you'll ever have. And I know because I did it. So you know what's not negative? My bank account. You know why? Because I believe in something greater than a one-day dip. So if you got nothing positive to say, then shut your mouth. Because everything you say makes you look like an idiot. So we're stamping on those today. Guys, the people that are here for the Bit Squad, you guys are all up. I know you guys are still up, most of you anyways. But in 4 years, I guarantee you're going to be up, period. All right, so let's look at the NUPL here. Speaking of fear, let's also pull up that fear and greed index. I think they said it's at the all-time low.
I think
it's at 10.
Did it get to, what was it, 11 a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I think it was at 11. Right now it's at 10. Extreme fear, and that was yesterday. If you think that was bad, wait and see what happens today. It's probably going to go down to the negative.
It's going to be like a 3.
It's going to be a 3, and that's like guys, you got to understand. I'm telling you, this is why this, in my opinion, is still not over. If you go to January of 2018, and you can't do it because this wasn't around then, This fear and greed index was not around then, okay? But even if you look here at the NUPL that actually tracks real numbers and translates them into ranges and numbers that changes them into emotions, basically. Like the blue is euphoria, for instance, okay? When you look at this, this was not what was happening in the beginning of the bear market. We did not see these kinds of low numbers until the fall. We did not see the loss of confidence in the crypto markets until the fall of 2018. Why? Because the euphoria was so high. There was such a high retail blow off top that people were delusional and they had no clue that we were in a bear market. The fact that immediately, as soon as we have one crash, everybody says, bear market for sure. Look out low end, bear market, bear market. It just doesn't line up. Something's not right. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys for weeks now. Something's not right here. This is not the same. If we go, look here. If for the NUPL, we are now well into the brown. We've not been this deep in the brown since
college.
Haven't been this deep in the brown since July 24th of 2020, which would have been pretty much the beginning of the DeFi crash. We haven't been this low, okay? Now, we also had not been pretty much this high in the previous bear market. But if we go here and we look at, that goes to, let's look at 5 years. Look at the 5 years here. So you guys see here, okay, what I want you guys to see is this. When we hit euphoria, you see we dropped, it took until, when is this? It took until, now this was more about the money. I wish we could track that fear and greed index. But the money by February, so about for Bitcoin, now this is for Bitcoin, so almost 2 months after the peak of Bitcoin is when it got down into the ranges that we've got into. But the difference is we hit that euphoria level. Here we have not hit that. We never hit the euphoria level, something we've never seen before, which would be a crash without all the indicators looking like they're where they're at. Like, guys, let's look at flipping Glassnode. I'm telling you, if this does not show you like some kind of warning sign, if you're, golly, what in the world happened here? I just want to go to Glassnode. How do I get back to the
studio is usually the button.
Yeah, but it's not up here. I just need to go to studio.glassnode.com. That's what I need to go to. Thank you, John Fennell, for this. Look, guys, we've got these top and bottom indicators. We have 5 of them, okay? 5 of them. None of them are showing similar things to the top of the last market or the one before that. None of these 5 are. We've looked, I could pull them up and show you, but we've looked at these 100 times. None of these show that we were at the top of the market. Is that not registering with you guys that something's funny? We got a Pi cycle top indicator that shows top of the market. 2013, same thing. Showed top of the market, and then you know what happened? Huge correction. Took 5 months to go back up. Another huge bull rally. So you know what? Maybe this is going to end up being longer than the last bull run. I still don't think so, though. I still think by the fall, we're going to be heading back into a bear market. I think late summer is when we're going to see things start going up. Thank you, Mikep Naba. Piano Guy was awesome. We love Piano Guy. BitBoy crushed that bottle of water. It's too full. Water is a worthy opponent. I will say that.
Trying to drink a gallon a day? Is that what you mean?
No, I tried to literally crush this bottle with my bare hand.
So you think
I look like Crypto making a thumbnail. I'm sorry, Chris. I love you. Okay, that was almost as funny as a haircut. Try to squish a bottle of water. It's really hard. This is a giant freaking bottle. Okay, guys, look. I'm not worried at all. And you know what? Worst case scenario, I'm wrong. I still bought Bitcoin at $12. I'm not wrong. Bottom line is, if we have to eat this and we go into a bear market and we have to wait 3 years, I got enough money sitting to the side to pay all my people for 3 years. It is what it is. We'll get to another bull market. How fast can this go up? I think that is a very important question, because I believe when it does go back up, it's going to have to be fast. It's either we are in a bear market completely or we're going to go back up very fiercely at some point. I mean, guys, think about this. I'm going to go check that right now. Let's see. Think about this, guys. When it comes to, I can't remember what I was going to say now because somebody told me to go check the Cointelegraph Twitter.
Thanks, Roy, for that super chat.
First gay NFL player right there at the top. You see that?
I thought that happened like
Well,
years
Michael
ago.
Sam said,
yeah.
well, first you had a three-way transition. That did not sound great. You had one NFL player, actually used to play for the Falcons, Jesse Esau or something like that. He came out in retirement and said he was gay. And then you had Michael Sam, who came out before he got the NFL, and I don't think he ever actually played an NFL play, but this is the first active player. He's got a big contract. He's a very...
He definitely played
I remember when he played it, and I think he...
Played for the Rams, Michael Sam did, for sure.
No, he didn't make the team. He did not make the roster. He got signed, but he did not make the roster. He did not actually play. He played in preseason. He didn't play in the NFL. This is the first active player to play, for sure. Okay, they said check this. What is this? Norwegian. What am I checking here on Cointelegraph? It said check the Van Eck has a Bitcoin strategy. I don't know. What tweet was he talking about? Send us another. Guys, the only reason why I said that, you may be wondering why I was talking about that, is because when I clicked on this, it was at the top of Twitter. That's why. So I don't know if you saw that on the screen. That's why I brought it up. It's big news on sports. Talking about it all day today. I don't know what news he was talking about to check from Cointelegraph. Is he saying?
No.
Okay. Dave Ramsey said it's a bear market.
Saw that too.
Dave Ramsey said it's a bear market.
That's a.
Oh, man. Let me tell you, I'm really shaken by that.
I think they're just joking based on our conversation the other day.
Dave Ramsey's a fool. Absolute fool.
If you can pull your mic a little closer, that'd be great.
I can't pull it closer.
right.
I can't talk like this.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean.
That's much better. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a huge, huge, huge difference. No, don't do that. But like, so you know, I have you pretty much maxed out, and people complaining that the volume's too low.
Okay. All right. So I didn't know what a guy sent a super chat, said that the Van Eck story. So let's see what this Van Eck story says. They got a new strategy fund, bullish news from institutions. Van Eck files for new Bitcoin futures mutual fund with US SEC. I mean, guys, until we get like some ETF stuff going on, I mean, all these are just filings. They just delayed the approval of the Van Eck ETF. This is such a stupid story. Like, I hate hearing about the ETF stuff.
Well,
it takes me back.
It says it right there. Like, they started Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss's first attempt to get the SEC approval for Bitcoin ETF back in 2017.
Yeah.
And they still haven't gotten it done yet.
Still haven't gotten it done yet. Now, this was the great hopium for that bull market. But anyway, somebody said, BitBoy ASMR. Here we are. We're looking at the Bitcoin price. It's below $32,000. Here, I'm going to enjoy a tasty morsel.
Oh, God. No thanks.
I don't know what that was supposed to be. Is that not how ASMR is?
Yeah, pretty much.
This is the way things stand for Bitcoin. 30K support goes bust. Bitcoin lost support at 30K and was trading at 29.5. Since the weekend, the digital asset has been losing value as China's crackdown on crypto may have injected fear investors. Currently, BTC was facing a drop of 52%. Sell-off could be the result of the death cross making its way to the Bitcoin. These people are so stupid. The death cross making its way. That's right. Oh, somebody said Phoenix, Arizona, go Suns. Well, I hope the Hawks play the Suns in the finals.
That'd be fun.
That would be a fun matchup. I don't know. I think the Hawks have as good of a chance as anybody is winning right now. All four of the teams. I mean, we'll see. Guys, this death cross stuff is so stupid. I can't even wrap my arms around it. Okay? Because this is an indicator that's 50% to the downside and about 50% to the upside. Basically means nothing. If you have an indicator that half the time is going up and half the time is going down, it's not an indicator. It means nothing. So the death cross absolutely has nothing. But when you look, here's the thing. Like I said, and guys, I don't, no, forget the bucks. No, fear the deer. Get out of here. Okay.
Who's scared of deer?
Let me tell you. Let me tell you what I've done to some deer. Okay. All right.
No, please don't.
Okay, I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, here's the thing, okay? I don't want to sound like the Alex Jones of crypto. I really don't, okay? But I'm telling you guys, I've been getting so much information sent to me by people that is just so insane, and a lot of it's coming to pass. And I know you're probably thinking, why didn't you warn us yesterday if someone told you there was a giant dump coming today? Well, it was after hours. It was after all of our shows were over, at my kid's baseball game that got rained out, unfortunately. And you know what? I just didn't, with my family, I didn't make another video last night. But the fact is, yesterday I was told there's one more huge dump coming, and it came today. Here it is. Is it going to go down further? I don't know. But when you look at the timing for manipulation, and you look at the fact that the futures contracts are closing, time to replace laser eyes with Mickey D hats. Yeah, that's true. If you look at the timing of this with the Chinese stuff coming out, which this Chinese Bitcoin mining stuff is actually, for the first time I can think of, something fundamentally that actually is having an effect on the price, not just based on fear.
Absolutely.
This is actually, like, this is different than the Bitcoin bans in the past, okay? This is Bitcoin mining clampdown, which we'll look at that story in a minute, okay? You've got that going on. Then you actually also have this death cross mumbo jumbo, okay? Then also you have the futures contracts closing this week. You have three things that are creating a perfect scenario to push the price down and lose confidence in the market. This is the perfect time to do it. I'm telling you guys, the people that sell your Bitcoin and sell your Ethereum during this time, you will regret it. You will regret it, period. You will regret it. I promise you. This is not going to be, you're going to look at these numbers and selling, and you're going to try to find an entry point. Let me tell you how this works. I don't know if you know how this works, but when we start seeing all this negativity, Bitcoin going to 20K, Bitcoin going to 10K, what is happening is a lot of these numbers are coming out, and they're, Goldman Sachs yesterday had a public private call for people that they invest for yesterday. They said Bitcoin is going to $22.
No way.
Yeah, they did. They said the fair value of Bitcoin is actually $22.
What a joke.
Now, this was a private call that we know someone who had access to. So you know what that means? It wasn't really a private call. Once again, they're putting out fear. They're trying to push things down, okay? They want you to have these super low numbers. Why do they want you to have these super low numbers in mind? Thank you, John, for another super chat. Because they're going to buy back up before it gets to those numbers. Because you're sitting there thinking, I'm going to sell, and I'm going to get back in when it hits 20K. It's not going to get there. Because they know that you're thinking that that's where you're going to buy in at. Almost every time when people try to do this playing the stablecoins game, they lose, especially with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because once again, like we said yesterday, remember, and look, please don't take this personally. You are dumb money. I am dumb money. We are retail investors. Retail investors are dumb money. That is not a statement on your ability to trade or understand the markets. It's a statement on your position as an investor, okay? So the smart money has the institutional pull on its side. They know how to move the markets. That's what's smart. They should call it, you know what they should call it? They should call it the real money and the manipulation money instead of smart money and dumb money. Because that's what it is. They have the money to manipulate the markets. Can you pull that back up? 15,369 viewers and only barely over a quarter of you guys like this video. 4,000 likes. Let's see if we can get it up to 8,000 today. So if you like Bitcoin and you like Ethereum and you think that eventually the price will go back up, make sure to smash that like button and put hashtag it go up. It go up.
Well, yeah, and if you're here for the long term and you're not worried, let's see like that. I would say, well, it go up is fine.
What do you want to see?
I was gonna say just long term.
No, that's lame. It go up. And then we had you know what we actually have? We have people so desperate for views that they're making slam videos on Tether again.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Can you imagine how dumb you have to be to believe that Tether is a ticking time bomb that's going to destroy the markets in 2021 after they've already had their lawsuit settled with New York?
And a supposed audit. No, like
whatever. They've already said They have the assets to back it now. Did they in the beginning? Who cares?
Right.
This isn't going to be retroactive where 5 years ago Tether could have crumbled, so now the market's going to dump. These people, man,
Well,
much ignorance out there and naivety in this market.
My favorite, I saw a tweet this morning that Omar put out, and he said, it's definitely not a bear market because if it was a bear market, 99% of YouTubers would stop making videos. I thought that was pretty funny.
You want to know how we became the biggest channel? We made videos all through the bear market.
Yeah.
Lazy Millionaires Club. Just telling you, they weren't always making videos. We're going to keep making as many videos as we make. We're actually making more videos because you guys need to have this information. This is the information that turns you into somebody rich during a bear market. I don't think we're in a full-blown bear market. I think we're still ultimately going to be on an uptrend. I think we're going to go back up. If we don't, though, I told you guys many times, the greatest, imagine, let me just put this in perspective for you. Imagine buying Cardano at a penny.
Mm-hmm.
At a penny. Even with it dropping to $1 today, you would still be up 100x.
I bought most of mine at 5 cents in the last bear market.
Yeah.
So I don't really care if it's at $1.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's going to be the best time to change your life forever. But the problem is, the really sad part about it is, as much as we say that Bitcoin in a bear market is actually the strongest time for people to make generationally changing wealth, like generation changing wealth, most people that are watching this video right now, most of you guys will not stick it through the entire bear market. And that's sad. That's what statistics say. But I hope we've done a good job of preaching this to you guys. Preaching to you guys that, this is something that is going to go up indefinitely, pretty much. I mean, at some point, 80 years down the road, who knows what will happen. But I hope we've done a good job preaching the bear market is just a bump in the road for Bitcoin. That most of the people that watch this channel will stay. But I want to know from the chat, I want to know from you guys, who will stick around? I want another hashtag.
Hashtag stick it.
No. I don't know, actually. I don't know.
Hashtag I'm here.
Hashtag I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. I should be a singer.
Oh, look at that. Chad Rippey.
I'll be here. I want to know hashtag I'll be here if you'll be around. Because I want to know who's going to be here. I want to know who's going to be around. I bought in well aware that I was holding until 2025. That's how you do it. Now listen, you want to know who's going to get hurt? Who's going to leave? The people that put in more money than they can afford to lose. The people who actually put money in knowing that they had a big bill or a big payment in 6 months, that they hoped it would go up and they'd be able to pay that off. If it doesn't go up, you're going to be in a bad spot. That's why we tell you guys it's never a good idea to take loans. Do you know how many people have asked me if they should take loans to buy crypto?
How many?
Hundreds.
Oof.
Hundreds of people.
Don't do it, guys.
And you know what I told every single one of them? Don't do it. Well, I told one person to do it. It's a family member. I told one person to do it because, if they lose, I'll probably help them out anyways. But outside of that, nobody that I look, if I'm not going to catch you, if I'm not going to be your trapeze, don't do it. It's a terrible idea. Why? Because the market's just volatile. You never know when it's going to crash. But anyways, so we looked at this 30K. We also have the mining drama, which we want to cover here. So denied electricity, world's 5th largest mining pool leaves China for Kazakhstan. And I didn't know people in China could just leave. Look at all these people that are going to be here. I like that. World's 5th largest mining pool leaves China for Kazakhstan. Crypto mining pool BTC.com is leaving China after local authorities withdrew its power supply. On June 19, 2021, the company's indirectly held subsidiary, Ganzi Shanghai Hydropower Consumption Service Ltd., that's a long name, from State Grid Sichuan Ganzi Electric Power Company, informing them, blah, blah, blah. They had suspended its operations, data centers in Sichuan, including the Ganzi, blah, 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 contributing approximately 3% of the company's total revenues in the month of 2021. The intervention from the State Grid comes amid an ongoing crackdown on crypto mining by the Chinese state due to concerns over the mining industry's carbon footprint in areas such as Inner Mongolia. I want you guys to think about this. Like, once again, can we just use a little common sense. How concerned do you think China is about the global, the carbon footprint? You know, I'm pretty sure, and somebody can check me on this, but I'm pretty sure China has by far and away the #1 carbon footprint in the world. Does that sound right?
Sounds right, because I know they don't really
It's not even close.
But I have no idea.
Yeah,
but
let me double check it here. I'll fact check myself. Carbon footprint, China. No, USA could possibly be #1, but per capita. Let's see what this chart says. Yeah, guys. Hey, it's amazing. I'm not an idiot. I do say things and I can't back it up sometimes. Greenhouse gas emissions. China, and I don't know what this is measured in. China comes in at a 27. The United States, 11. China is bigger than, let's see, 17.6, 18, 24. China is bigger than basically the next 5 countries combined, including the United States. If you take away the United States, they're bigger than almost the rest of the world. This is the European Union, the EU 27. That's not even a country. And look how much worse China is. Do y'all think that China is honestly, are these percentages? Do y'all think China is actually concerned about carbon footprint? Let's not be sheeple, y'all. Don't be sheeple. So anyways, in areas such as Inner Mongolia, once popular crypto miners, regional authorities have established a dedicated hotline. Oh, listen to this. Listen to this. This sounds like Nazi Germany, right?
Yeah, it sounds intense.
I mean, we do know that China has concentration camps for the Uyghur Muslims. We know that. Nobody wants to talk about that, right? We want to,
skirt
the
around
NBA talk about how great China is because they pay so much money, but then we've got literal concentration camps where they rape women. Yeah. Literally.
It's not good.
It's not good, and nobody seems to care. It's unbelievable. In areas such as Inner Mongolia, once popular crypto miners, regional authorities have even established a dedicated hotline for the local public to directly report any suspected illicit mining activities. Amid these pressures, so you want to snitch on your neighbors? You can do it with this hotline.
Well,
welcome to China.
And several apps. If anybody was watching last night when Spencer was breaking down the way things work over there in China,
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty scary, and they definitely put a lot of incentives in place for the citizens to snitch on each other. They create that environment where you're supposed to tell the government what anybody else is doing if it's not in line with the government. It's scary.
It's insane. It's insane what goes on over there, and people look the other way. But you know what's interesting? What is really interesting to me is, and I think it was you and me that were having this conversation. Like, I was talking to a guy who was in, I think, South America, and like he looks at the United States and China as the same.
Yeah, we were having that conversation.
What's that?
I said, yeah, it was us.
Yeah, like he said, I want you both to look like, the fact that he thought it was so funny. It was from a TikTok group I'm in, and he thought it was so funny that the United States and China were going back and forth over the whole TikTok and WeChat, ban that was going on. Because he's like, you're both basically like terrible people, and I'm just like, you think that really? Military gets a bad rap. Drone killing gets a bad rap for sure, which shouldn't be going on. I mean, rightfully so. But I like to think we're a little more free than they are over there. And, you got a lot of good people. You got a lot of good people in China. You have great people in China. The government is so oppressive. They brainwash their people. Yes. And it's fear-based. It's 100% fear-based is what happens over there.
Well, and that was what was interesting to me, too, Spencer saying, because his girlfriend is Chinese and lives in China, and she believes that China's great. It's the best place to live. It's the safest. It's, the best version of society, but they don't have any concept of the way that impacts the rest of the world. It's interesting.
Somebody said stop spreading China and Asian hate. What? The best thing for the people in China? Get rid of the government. And there's actually way more of them than there are the government. You could not convince me under any circumstance that the government over there is for the people. So in fact, we're actually trying to help by exposing what's going on over there. So if you're defending the Chinese government, then you, sir, are a Chinese spy. There's no question about it. Because no person with a left brain and a right brain or sweat stains would possibly confuse the Chinese government with being a positive force in the world. So we love Asian people. We love people. I just said it. We love people in China. We love people in Japan. We love people in Korea. But what they're doing over there, and trust me, this is about more than you're seeing. This is about more than you're seeing what's going on over there with this mining. So when we're talking about the fundamental thing that's going on here, the fundamental thing that's going on is that, Damon said here, China ban shows the Bitcoin economics is working. I mean, that's pretty interesting stuff. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are making that comment. But the thing to understand here is the fundamental thing that could be causing people to actually sell Bitcoin in China, the miners, like what could be causing some of the price to drop, is a lot of these miners, I like that super chat. The miners are having to sell their Bitcoin to get money to make a physical move. Yeah. But I don't understand 100% the way that the control works over there in terms of, I don't know if people are free to move. Like, I don't know what the freedom to move ability is. Like here, we can just move anywhere, no questions about it. United States, we go to any country and do whatever we want in that regard. Yeah. No, you can. Where could you not move?
I mean, it's not as easy as just picking up and leaving. If you want to get rid of being a U.S. citizen.
That's a whole different story. Yeah. I mean, like if we literally, I could go anywhere in the country tomorrow or anywhere in the world tomorrow that will allow Americans to go there.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I don't think they have that right in China. I don't think you can just get up and fly to America. Maybe so.
I think a lot of it depends on where you are in society.
Yeah.
So like some people,
your richest people can, but
right.
I still think the richest people over there have to get those moves approved as well.
Probably.
I mean, look, they're trying to get Justin Sun to come back over there.
We should ask Spencer about it next time because he left. So I mean, obviously he lived there for 10 years, left, owns a business, so he would probably know a lot of the ins and outs about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll have to check that out, find out more about that. Remind me to look that up. All right. So, Ethereum transaction fee revenue at lowest level in a year, which I read this story and then we went and looked. And the Gwei was at 184. It was the highest it had been in a long time, but I think it's because, why am I sweating? I will tell you this. Well, first of all, I'm sweating because this is a very exciting show. I don't know if you guys can tell. And this is like a game, you know?
It keeps getting warmer and warmer in here, too. Like it's freezing in other rooms and burning up in here.
Well, the thing is, though, is my wife bought me this shirt. Specifically, it's supposed to not hold sweat. And this shows you what I'm working with here. Okay.
Yeah. How's the back?
How's the back? I don't know. How is it?
Not bad. Not bad.
That was what I just did was extremely risky.
Yeah.
You know what I just did? I just trusted my wife. That's what I did. I trusted my wife.
Well, that's not risky.
That this shirt was not going to show my back sweat. So, thank you, honey. I love you. Okay, so I looked at the Gwei, and the Gwei was down, was up considerably. Now it's at 122. You know, last week it was at 18. I think was the lowest we saw it at. But the transaction fees and miner revenue increased with the onset of DeFi summer. As network congestion has eased, transaction fees have declined. And I think there is a direct reflection of BitBoy versus Speedstick by Minin. Okay, I lost my train of thought there. You remember that commercial? By Minin. The blockchain, which has garnered competition from networks, thank you for that, Darth Flyer, talking about EIP 1559. Which has garnered competition from networks taking aim at its high rates of congestion. Transaction fees in the double digits has swung the other direction. Miner revenue from transaction fees has dropped over 85% from 15,000 ETH per day a little over a month ago. According to Glassnode, 7-day average now sits at 1,900 ETH. We have to look back as far as June 2020 before DeFi summer to find similar levels of transaction fees paid. Transaction fees rise along with demand for the network. The more demand there is to push through transactions, whether they're bids on an NFT or loans on Compound, the less available space there is for additional transactions to be included as a block. As a result, transaction fees go up. When there's more available space, fees go down. And also a reminder for those of you guys that bought our Bitverse Bitpunks on Mintable last week. I think we got it all straightened out. We burned the rest of them. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be dropping the airdrop of tokens. We're going to send $10,000 worth of tokens on Friday to the holders of one card. So we're going to be doing our first airdrop Friday, and then we're going to do them every week after that, I think, for 10 weeks, I believe. But anyways, back to this. Back in June, $1 to $2 billion in value is floating around. TVL was as high as $86 billion, but it's only $50 billion today. That's the first time we've seen a considerable drop in that, I believe. After Ethereum's fall over the weekend to below $2,000, which we know it's even worse, hit by a whammy of lower fees and lower exchange rates. And guys, I'm telling you, I told you guys this. told you guys this. Ethereum is the next. Someone said, fun fact, aliens don't sweat. Well, you know I'm no alien now at this point. I'm a real human. But anyways, the thing is about this, I told you guys that Ethereum is the next target for a lot of, a lot of FUD. We're going to see this, and we're seeing it right now, that they want to drop it as low as it can possibly go to accumulate because they're lagging on the accumulation. Who they are, wouldn't you like to know? But let's see. People are saying we're having an epic bounce right now. Where are we at now? Back to 32.4. Okay, so I think I cashed out on that short for the trading competition. Okay, so next story. Paper hands Cramer. CNBC host boldly reveals he sold his BTC amid depths of bear market. CNBC's Jim Cramer sold off almost all of his BTC holdings, predicting bearish fundamentals will suppress Bitcoin's price for the foreseeable future. Well, now, you know what we've never done, TJ? We've never done a video on where Jim Cramer admits openly that he's heavily involved in manipulating stock prices.
That'd be good.
We should make a video on that. I know Nick was actually seeing it a little bit ago, but this is what I would tell you guys. You can't believe a word this guy says.
Well, and CNBC traditionally is a good reverse indicator.
Yeah, reverse indicator.
Basically, when they say it's a good time to sell, it's usually a good time to buy. When they say it's a good time to buy, it's probably nearing a local top. I mean, very consistently.
Very consistently, they've done it. There was actually an indicator that Jacob Canfield created at some point, which was supposed to show how every time CNBC said something about Bitcoin, you did the opposite. So the fact that Jim Cramer did this. But I tell you, Jim Cramer is on the inside of stuff, I believe, and it doesn't. He's working with hedge funds, with the bank. Like, this guy is as sleazy of a ball as you can see sleazed. Speaking on June 21st, during an interview with CNBC Squawk Box on the street, Squawk Box, I said Squawk Box. Squawk Box on the street, Cramer asserted BTC is not going up because of structural reasons, highlighting China's renewed regulatory clampdown. The escalating Chinese crypto ban has sent Bitcoin's hash rate tumbling to an 8-month low as mining operations either shut down or move offshore. China is also clamping down on crypto trading, with the central bank urging other banks and payment institutions, such as Alipay and WeChat, to halt services for accounts associated with crypto trading activity. Sold almost all my Bitcoin. Don't need it. One idiot.
What an idiot.
The Mad Money host also warned U.S. regulators may also take action against firms that pay ransomware attackers. Deterring Is this real? Mad Money host, think about this, warn U.S. regulators may take action against firms that pay ransomware attackers, deterring businesses from handling crypto assets. Is he saying that if you get your stuff taken and you pay it, you're going to be in trouble?
If you pay it in Bitcoin, is what he's saying.
Well, how else would you pay it? Pesos?
So much of that is really stupid. I mean, just that statement where he says, scroll back up a little bit, sold almost all my Bitcoin, don't need it. Like, that alone should show he has no understanding of it. Like, if you don't think there's a need for it now with all this stuff going on, then you didn't understand it to begin with.
Yeah, well, I guess he don't need it. Man needs some hair plugs, but, got a giant cul-de-sac on his head. But, it is what it is. No offense to my cul-de-sac. We love our cul-de-sac people. I just want you to know. We love our cul-de-sac BitSquad members. I'm sorry. I hope y'all cul-de-sac guys don't take that personally. I would if I was a cul-de-sac guy. I'd be pissed at me right now. But Jim Cramer, he sucks. We can all agree on that. We can at least all agree on that. Cramer highlighted the 4.4, the Colonial Pipeline. I told you guys that thing stinks to high heavens. In our country, I think it's outside our control when it comes to ransomware, blah, 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 blah. Cramer also, this is the second time he said that recently. Cramer also cited Tether as a structural weak link that underpins...
You gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be. When the Tether FUD is cycling back in, Like, look, I'm just gonna say this. If you think that Tether is a weak link to the crypto market, you are number one, uneducated. You are number two, not well researched. And number three, an ignoramus. You are an ignoramus. That means you could not even get 10 pins gone in the Cracker Barrel game. Because I think that's the ignoramus. If you leave more than 10, you're an ignoramus. I don't know. You guys know the Cracker Barrel game?
Yeah.
They don't put it on the table anymore.
Isn't it?
Thank you, pandemic.
That's Chinese checkers, right? Or no?
No.
Not Chinese checkers.
It's the Cracker Barrel.
No, it's an actual game. It's not the Cracker Barrel game. I just can't. It's not Chinese checkers either. I can't remember what
never
it is.
convince me it's not the Cracker. What are you going to tell me now? Chicken and dumplings aren't chicken and dumplings? It's not true. Do not sell Bear Stearns, yelling at TV. Jim Cramer, next day it crashed. I don't understand that.
He was before the
What's a Bear Stearn?
The bank that collapsed in the 2008 financial crisis. Basically saying, don't sell,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
sell.
Oh, I've seen that clip. I've seen that clip. He says, do not sell Bear Stearns. And then it crashes the next day, you know. Well, anyways. So people tell me to stop screaming. How long have you watched the channel for? 42 seconds? All right, let's move on. Here we go. This is the tech adoption curve.
This was just an interesting way to look at the adoption of this as a technology rather than investment as an asset, and just showing we're actually ahead of the curve. It's being adopted faster than new technology is traditionally adopted. So it was just interesting to look at that, and I don't know if there's a story that goes with this or not, but Raoul Pal has a really good way of keeping things in perspective and helping people, think about this from a different lens.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting a lot of Cracker Barrel comments. Can I tell you guys my favorite thing about Cracker Barrel, which is on Uber Eats, they have a select menu you can get. On the Uber Eats ad for Cracker Barrel, along with the billboard for Cracker Barrel, you know what's on there? Chicken and dumplings. Do you know what is not on the select menu you can order for Uber Eats? Chicken and dumplings. It's like they draw you. Is that you have to get the chicken and dumplings or the breakfast at Cracker Barrel. That's it. Nothing in the middle. So I was very disappointed. So now when you want chicken and dumplings, you have to actually go to the Cracker Barrel. While we are all enjoying the volatility, actually I'm pretty impressed how people are taking it as part for the course and aren't overly freaked out. It's kind of how I feel today. Here is what we're actually investing in. The fastest rate of adoption of any technology in all history. Volatility is noise. Then we got Mark Moss here says, and we love Mark Moss. Each technology builds on, can you make a note for me to send him a message today? I definitely want to send Mark a message today.
Sure.
Each technology builds on the back of others, so we see faster and faster adoption. When those internet stocks took off in the late 90s, we didn't have the internet to learn to trade them. Today, information moves fast. It's basically like, the internet has basically set up blockchain adoption. I mean, obviously, guess where you guys are watching this at? The internet. So this is the total technology adoption curve. It just shows how much faster we're moving than the internet. Think about that.
That's crazy.
We are moving faster in adoption than the internet. It's crazy. It seemed like the internet got adopted so fast. Shows 1992 here. So just so you guys have a perspective on the internet itself, it had been worked on for going back to the 50s, actually. ARPANET is what it was called. And they sent the first transaction in 1971. It was Stanford and MIT guys trading weed, of all things, believe it or not. And then finally, it was created, the World Wide Web, public internet was created, I think, near the end of 91. So you look at 92, and I'm telling you, it felt like by about 1997, I would have been in the 7th grade, I think. No, I would have been in the 9th grade at that point. By 1997, it felt like everybody was using the internet, and we're in crypto way ahead of that curve. Way ahead of that curve when it comes to, the overall adoption of blockchain. And it's pretty interesting to look at how much, we told you guys forever that this is going to be this is going to be bigger than the internet. The new internet. It's like, guys, people say this all the time. They say that, what do you hear crypto compared to so much? The Wild West. We're in the Wild West of crypto. Well, I would argue we are still in the Wild West of the internet.
Yep.
To this very day. Blockchain is actually going to be the layer that goes on top of the internet that actually takes it out of the Wild West and into the more permanent structure it's going to become. Like, what you guys think? Like, do you guys think? How many likes do we have, by the way? 16K watching. How many likes?
About 7,000.
7,000. We just need 1,000 more likes to reach the goal of 8,000 likes, guys. So if you could, if you're watching on live chat, X out, hit the like button, come back to the live chat.
And real quick, if you want to make that announcement about that assistant again, we're looking for somebody local to the Atlanta area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a lot of applications from all over the place, and they did request that anybody who's interested in being Ben's new assistant to email office@bitboycrypto.com.
Office@bitboycrypto.com.
Yeah.
We got a few candidates. Some live further away. We may talk to some of them. But yeah, looking for an assistant. It's kind of like, look, like I said, you're taking my kids places sometimes, shopping sometimes, you might have to wash a cup. Okay. But also doing things like sending emails to states that want to talk to us and different stuff. So there are some professional things to the job, but then there's also some kind of like, you're just helping me with stuff. So if you think that's going to be you, and like I said, probably some babysitting involved. So if you don't have any children experience.
Must like kids and dogs.
Must like kids and dogs. You'll be watching. I got 5 dogs. 5. They're crazy too. My littlest dog, well, my second littlest dog, put a hole in my bulldog yesterday. So that was real interesting.
What?
Yeah, he's got a freaking spot on his cheek that big.
Good Lord.
From where my little belly bell. They got in a fight and shit. It was very traumatic. A lot of blood. So yeah, that's what you'll be dealing with. Dog fights. Not sanctioned, just, running around the house.
Okay.
Not sanctioned dog fights. We're not into that.
Okay.
Mike Vick again. We can never get away. We can never get away from it.
The
in
ghost
Atlanta.
of Michael
It just
Vick.
when you live in Atlanta, like the word dog, it just hits different. It's just all of a sudden when that word comes up, you're like,
oh no.
oh, it's like everything comes rushing back, like about when they try to ruin my life with with the Falcons. But the pace of technology adoption is speeding up. Many people suggest that rates of new product introduction adoptions are speeding up, but is it really across the board? The answer is yes. Of course it's speeding up. Obviously it's speeding up. The dissemination of information, speeding up, much easier. Like, imagine how hard it was to get somebody a message before the printing press or books or like any of that. Like imagine. Do you know why a marathon is a marathon? Because that's the distance between 2 cities in Greece. And it was like they had to have messengers that would run messages back and forth. And a lot of them would die doing it because they realized that was like the furthest limit of human, ability to run without like food or stopping or anything like that. So, obviously it's speeding up. So here is a little bit that shows you the consumption spreads of U.S. households. It shows you basically like how long it took for different stuff to be adopted. The color TV was pretty quick. The internet was pretty quick. Blockchain is faster. The internet is by far and away the most quickly adopted thing we've ever seen. Well, I would say actually, look, VCR very quick as well. You see that VCR was straight up and down. That would probably be the number one. What is that? Radio was also extremely fast. So we're looking at radio, VCR, and the internet as the 3 most quickly adopted things ever in the history of technology in the United States. Well, actually, not ever. Since 1900 for the United States. I guess, would you have considered more primitive things technology? When did technology start? The first 7 inventions in the world?
Yeah,
I guess
they
so.
would say technology kind of started the first time a caveman used a stick to get something out of a tree.
Yeah.
First time they used a tool. And that's
Wow,
what they say is the number one thing that separates humans from the rest of...
Wow. Yeah, they do say that.
The
So
animal.
a stick technology. So I like that. I would assume sticks were pretty quickly adopted. Anyways, so this is another rate from no telephone to smartphones, and that's crazy. So basically, from 1900 to now, and you look at the adoption curves, and you can see it. I mean, you see the landline only, it was a slow adoption curve. Mobile phone, very quick. Smartphone, parabolic. So pretty crazy. Technology is going faster. All right, let's look at this. Buying opportunity. Ben Rocks, you made it happen. 47 to 420 to 278K hodl. I don't know what that means. Is that his social security number? Chainlink crushed it last summer in the bear market. That's true. Chainlink crushed it in the bear market. So them to look at language as technologies.
Okay.
And Magnus Sora with an incredible statement. Chimps does use sticks. They does to get ants on them out of larger sticks with holes in them.
They do use tools.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't, this is Marty Bent. If you don't know Marty Bent, he's a Bitcoin maxi. He's one of these guys that's been rich for a long time and loves to talk about how Bitcoin's the only thing that'll make you rich.
But he's also a Bitcoin developer.
He is a developer. I didn't know that. I just thought he was a podcaster.
No.
I hope he doesn't get
Maybe
bent.
I'm getting...
Okay, can I finish?
No, I'm just getting...
Can I finish?
I need to correct myself. I think I'm getting confused between him and Adam Back. I don't think...
Adam Back's a developer.
Sure. I don't think maybe Marty Bent isn't.
Well, TJ, I certainly hope then that Marty doesn't get bent out of shape on you incorrectly naming him there. Are we about to enter an inverse head and shoulder on Bitcoin? Maybe. But Marty says, if you don't recognize it, and look, we agree with the Bitcoin maxis that you should buy Bitcoin for sure. If you don't recognize today as one of the most obvious Bitcoin buy opportunities since last March, you're not going to make it. I just figured that out on the spot.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was like a sushi or something, but it's
no, which is kind of like what you were saying at the top of the stream. Like if you're angry and bitter right now, and you're not looking at this like a really good opportunity, it's probably not going to end well for you.
Yeah. Go back up to that super chat. He clarified what he used. Deverati Roy says, Ben, you rock. I mean, I started with 47K to 420K, and now he's back to 278K. Why complain? Count your wins, guys. Count your wins. If you don't have any wins, then that means your biggest wins are still ahead of you. Because if we do go into a bear market, then you guys are going to crush it if you're watching this channel during that time.
Absolutely.
We are going to make so much money in a bear market. It's going to be unreal. We'll go to 9 figures for sure. 100% confidence in that. In a bear market, we'll get our total net worth over 9 figures. So,
by the way, we're 200 likes away from 8.
200. Let's go and get that last 200. Then we have Jake Chervinsky, another guy on Twitter. When ETH fell to $100 in March 2020, we were all heads down building. When ETH regained 1,400 in January of 21, we were all heads down building. When ETH went over 4,000, we were all heads down building. When ETH fell to 2,000 in June of 2021, you get it, right? Because, guys, you're not losing money if you're not selling. You know, you're not losing money if look, 1 ETH is still worth 1 ETH. If you still believe long-term, if you came here because you believe long-term, and I tell you, the number one difference between people that make money in this market and people that do not make money in this market is the length at which, the depth at which you believe in blockchain technology. Because if you truly believe in blockchain, and you truly believe in Ethereum, and you truly believe in Bitcoin, or a combination thereof, then you're going to make it through the bear market, and you're going to accumulate, and you're going to make money. The people that came in for a quick buck, they're the same people at the beginning of this chat, they're saying negative stuff. The people that came in to make a quick buck, they will leave every time, and they will lose every time. Yeah, BitSquad to 5 million by September 28th. That's what we're trying to do, get the overall BitSquad community up to 5 million. Yeah, hopefully well before September 28th, but it's slow going lately.
Well, I think that also what you were just talking about plays into the technology, too. Like, we were looking at that technology adoption curve, and it's still going up. And then the point they were making about Ethereum, like Ethereum, no matter what the price is, it's getting better every day. They're working, they're building, they're improving. We're still closer to EIP 1559 in July. Regardless of what the price is, like you said, 1 ETH is still 1 ETH. But every day the tech gets better, and every day there's more adoption, and that curve of the adoption isn't going away. So if you believe,
it's actually speeding up,
yeah. And so like you said, if you believe in this stuff, you shouldn't be shaken right now. You should be happy and positive and looking at this like a chance to accumulate more, which is what we did.
Well, I mean, look, let's be honest. None of us are happy when we watch our portfolio go down. You know what I mean? Like, but you can have that longer perspective. It's kind of like this. Have you ever gone through something really hard in your life? I know you have, because everyone has gone through something hard in their life. I would argue our community, the BitSquad, I'd argue we got a lot of people in here that have been through some hard stuff in your life. And you know what happens? You always look back at those times that were the hardest, and you come out of them, and they were actually where you got the most character development, you got the most growth, and whatever came out of that turned out to probably be one of the best things in your life that you can look at and say, wow, I cannot believe out of that came this. And that's what this is kind of like. Just like when you're going through the hard thing, it doesn't feel good while you're going through it. Losing money in your portfolio, even if it's unrealized, like, it doesn't feel good. So you shouldn't necessarily be happy, but you should be able to kind of zoom out and have the longer term perspective and know ultimately it's going to be going up. And this is the reassurance we give you on this channel. It's going back up. It may not go back up today. It's already bounced today big time, but it is going back up. I can say that with every confidence in the entire world. We have not seen the last all-time high for Bitcoin and Ethereum. That right there should be the most encouraging thing that anyone tells you today. We have not seen the all-time high for Bitcoin or Ethereum yet. There will be another one day. We've not seen the last all-time high. And that should give you all the confidence in the world to stick it on, stick it in here. Stick it in here. Why did I say that?
I don't know.
To stick in here is what I meant to say through the market. Bullish on world-changing technology. And then Trustalize says, we all heart you. Thank you for that. And Darth Flyer, we appreciate you as well. Thank you guys for sticking out. Last thing I want to talk about, on this story was what a difference 3 months make. And this here just shows you that perspective that's from Plan B on Twitter. 41% now thinks Bitcoin will stay below 100K in 2021, invalidating the stock-to-flow model, versus 16% in March. These are two different charts. Do you think Bitcoin will reach 500K? And right here it shows almost everyone thought it would be above 100K. Well, no, actually, that's the one from today. This is the one from before, I guess, right? Yeah, here it is. So this shows you that the majority of people felt like it was going to be 100K or up. Some 500K and up, some 288K and up. But hardly any. There were just as many people that believed that it was going to go over 500K as that it would stay under 100K in 2021. But now look at the one today. Almost nobody thinks it's going to 500K and up. More people believe that it's going to stay below 100K than that it will go over 100K on this one specific, if you don't take these into consideration. I don't have the percentages to the right to actually show. But here's something that's interesting. Look how many more people voted on this one than voted on the last one. Mm-hmm. When things were bullish, people vote, they don't vote, whatever. This just shows you the power of negativity, is what it shows. 48,000 votes. On this negative one, 125,000 votes. I don't know if all those are legit. I don't know. I'd say maybe that's part of the plan. I don't know. So I didn't want to show that. Just showing you guys how much perspective can change in a quick period of time. And we tell you, our perspective has not changed. That's one reason why people don't like us, because we just stay consistent. They want us to change with the wind, and we don't do it. Our knowledge and patient decisions are what build us up in this space, and I would say that's what builds up you in life as well. All right, last story of the day. Visa and PayPal back $300 million blockchain capital fund. Everybody's bearish, going to zero. Visa, PayPal, 300 milli into crypto. Blockchain Capital 5 will focus its investments on firm in blockchain infrastructure. I guess that makes sense. DeFi, NFTs, and emerging applications of blockchain technology. Since its inception in 2013, Blockchain Capital has invested in 110 companies, protocols, and crypto assets across the ecosystem, building up a portfolio that includes big names such as Coinbase, Kraken, Anchorage, and OpenSea. My sister went to Alaska and almost didn't come back.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
That's what she was saying. She said she loved it up there. I'm going to Alaska next year.
But going in the summer is different than being there in the winter. I will say
that. It was I think 24 hours a day where she was.
Right. And then it'll be 24 hours a night during the winter.
Isn't it 30 days of night? That's a Zach Hartnett movie, if you guys missed that.
Yeah.
Vasant Prabhu, CFO of Visa, adds, we're focused on enhancing all forms of money movement, whether on the Visa network or beyond. Through our relationship with Blockchain Capital, we are deepening our efforts to shape and support the role the digital currencies play in the future. So Visa getting into crypto. Well, we already know they've been into crypto, but put more money in than before. Obviously, a lot of big names involved in this: Coinbase, Kraken, Anchorage, OpenSea. Let's see here. We got the likes over 8K. We did it.
Yep.
Hey, that was bold for me to say 8K. We only had 8,000 people watching at that time.
Yep.
People love this stream, and we love the people. We love the people deeply. Anybody who ever meets me will tell you we really care about you guys, and we really want to see the best for you. And To be honest with you, that's the thing when we come on and we do these shows where everything's in the red. I don't want to come on and talk about things in the red. It sucks. Just look at my portfolio. It's down a lot. We know overall it's unrealized, whatever it is. But, the fact is, we want you guys to have the confidence that this market will come back at some point. Whether it's in 3 years, 1 year, or next week, or next month. I think it'll be next month. But whenever it is, it will come back. It does come back. How do we know that? It has 100% of the time. And we're confident it'll do it again. There's only more adoption coming on. To have Goldman Sachs say they think Bitcoin should be valued at $22, honestly, that should be a crime. It should be a crime for the kind of manipulation that these people try to do. And what's even sicker about it is that was supposed to be a private Goldman Sachs investor only call, right? So not only are they trying to flood Bitcoin, it wasn't private because I know we actually had the opportunity to listen to it and we didn't, but we got a play-by-play on what was said in it. But the fact that you've got these people willing to tell that to their investors, they should go to prison. They should go to prison. This is why the financial advisor thing is such a joke. It's such a joke. Goldman Sachs financial advisor. What do? They lie to you non-stop. On this channel, you will never get lies. You will only get truth. You'll get predictions that may be wrong. We're wrong on what happens in the future sometimes. But I'm going to tell you straight to your face, this is going back up, period. May not be tomorrow, but it is going back up. We know it is. Why? Because this is one of the most disruptive technologies we've ever seen, and it's being adopted at a faster rate than the internet. That should tell you all you need to know. Love you guys. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good way out.